Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow the Starch Solution. The Starch Solution is a program that was developed by Dr. John McDougall, and if you would like more information, I will leave a link in the description box below. On my channel, you'll find quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes. If that sounds good to you, please subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, which is every Tuesday and Saturday. You can also follow me on Instagram at Chew on Vegan. And if you're new to this way of eating or just feel like you need some more support, I started a Facebook group. It's a great place to get inspiration, recipes, and be in a family of like-minded people. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a couple of recipes for you. I've changed up my cheese sauce and I'm going to show you how I've kind of revamped it. Nothing major, but just a couple little tweaks, and I really like it better. So I'm going to show you that. And then I'm going to show you this really delicious potato and broccoli waffle. So easy, so quick. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to make is our cheese sauce, and so I have potatoes, onions, and carrots cooking over here. The onions is the new addition to this recipe, one of the new additions. It just gives it another depth of flavor. It's really delicious. And you just want to cook the potatoes, the veggies, till they're pretty tender. See how tender that is? So these are done. So I'm going to show you how I put this all together. So I've got my Vitamix here. Any high-speed blender is fine. And I'm just going to use, got a slotted spoon here, and I'm just going to take all this and put it in here. We want to reserve this cooking water. And be careful because the liquid is hot. Then we'll start building our flavors here. I use a 1/4 cup of cashews. I didn't soak them, I just put them right in. You can leave those out. You could sub for maybe a white bean or something, but I'm not really worried about the cashews. Yes, they are higher in fat, but you're using a 1/4 cup for this whole thing. So it's pretty diluted. Then I've got some nutritional yeast. And then for spices, I have salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and the new addition is smoked paprika. Why I haven't been adding that to my cheese sauce, I don't know, because onion powder, garlic powder, and smoked paprika are my favorites. I use them practically in everything. And I'm going to put exact measurements, of course, in the description box, like I always do. And then we're going to use half a lemon. So we'll squeeze that in there. And if you want to use a whole lemon, if you want a little bit more lemony, that's up to you. There is so many recipes out there for this vegan cheese sauce, so many different combinations. It's just personal preference. I really encourage you to play around with these flavors and find one that you really like. This is not rocket science. Then I have a couple cups of the cooking water, and I'm going to add that to it. I usually add maybe like a 1.5 cups, 1 3/4, and blend it up and see how I like the consistency. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this up. And please be ever so careful when you're blending up like hot liquid like this. Make sure the lid is on super tight, because that could be catastrophic. And then just check your consistency. And I think that's perfect because it will thicken up when you put it in the refrigerator. So we're just going to set this aside and then we're going to make our waffle. But before I show you the waffle recipe, I wanted to go ahead and answer some questions. A couple of weeks ago I asked for some questions in the Facebook group, and I'll be answering those. I'm going to sprinkle those through the videos that in the upcoming weeks. But today, in this video, I'm going to answer one of the questions, and I'm going to read it off my paper here so I don't mess it up. And it says, does eating pasta, whole wheat or gluten-free stall weight loss? That is a great question. Pasta is a little bit more of a processed food, but it's about 500 calories per pound, so it's still under that 600 calories per pound. So for most of us, I don't think that should be any problem. But I think you need to decide for yourself And if you're adding pasta to your repertoire and you find that you're not losing weight, then perhaps it is stalling your weight. For me, it doesn't really stall, but it tends to bloat me a little bit. So I don't eat pasta, you know, I'll eat it like once a week. That's usually a good amount for me, once a week. But I think it's totally fine. It's a healthy food and it's Starch Solution compliant. So if you love pasta, go ahead and have pasta and see how it works with your body and you're on your weight loss journey. Now let's get on to this waffle. It is so good. So the first thing you want to do is preheat your waffle iron. And then I just have 2 small Yukon Gold potatoes, which were just pre-baked. I just put them in the microwave for like a minute to take the chill off. It makes it easier to mash them. And then I've got about a cup of broccoli, which was also steamed. It's left over, sitting in the fridge. And I put that in the microwave for about 30 seconds just to get the chill off. So we're gonna mash the potatoes just with a fork. Just get in there, mash away. You want to get it fairly smooth. We're leaving the skins on. Then we're going to mash up our broccoli. And heating it up just kind of makes it easier to mash. And if it's not mashing up easily for you, just throw it in the microwave for another 30 seconds. And that'll help. Then we're just going to combine the two. So basically you're getting your 50-50 plate all in one bowl, which is fine. It doesn't have to be separated. Then you mix it together and then we're going to add some spices. We're going to do a little bit of salt. I don't really measure, I'm just kind of sprinkling. And you can see how much I'm sprinkling. So onion powder, garlic powder, and smoked paprika, my 3 faves. Okay. Now we're gonna give this a nice stir. And if you want, you can taste it. See if you need to adjust the seasonings. All right, so now we're just gonna put this all into the waffle iron. Mine's a really good non-stick, so you could probably use a teeny bit of cooking spray, but try to avoid that because that just adds too many calories, and we're trying to keep everything low density calories or low calorie density. All right, then you're just gonna spread this all out. Be careful because this puppy's hot. And just try to make it as even as possible. You just want to make sure it's even, so you don't have like thick over here, thin over here. All right, then we just close this puppy and make it as tight as you can. And this is going to go for at least 10 minutes, maybe 15, but we're not going to touch it for at least 10. Ooh, yeah, that looks perfect. And I hope I can get it out in one piece. If I can't, oh well. You know, actually, yep, I'm gonna let this go for a little bit longer. So it gave me a little trouble coming out of there, but I persevered. And I like mine this crispy. If you don't like yours this crispy, then, you know, cook it less. So I'm gonna put some of my cheese sauce on here. Just drizzle, because this is, you know, it's a savory kind of a waffle. So I like to just put a little cheese sauce on there. And then I just like to garnish with a little green onion. And there you have a beautiful savory potato and broccoli waffle. Let's taste. All right, so here's our finished waffle with the cheese sauce, new and improved cheese sauce, and some green onion. So we're gonna give it a quick taste here. But first I wanna show you, look how much cheese sauce that recipe makes. So This is a great recipe. If this is too much for you, you can absolutely cut that recipe in half, but this is usually what I make every week, and I use it on everything. It's so good. All right, now back to the waffle. All right, here we go. Going in. What a perfect and easy way to eat your 50-50 plate. We got our broccoli and we have our potato all in one plate, a little cheese sauce on there. It's really good. So that's it for today. Hope you liked this video. Please subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and I will be answering more of your questions in upcoming videos. And don't forget about joining the Facebook group. We're a very active group. You're gonna find a lot of support there, so I hope you join us. And all the ingredients and the exact measurements will be in the description box below. I will always leave you the recipes down below. And remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. Until next time, thank you. On my channel, you'll find quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell because I do post videos every Tuesday and Saturday, and I want you to, if that sounds, oh my God. If that sounds good to you, please subscribe and don't, here we go. I've chained up